How are you doing today? If you don't know who I am, I'm Marla Goldberg. I am a master metaphysician. I'm trained in over 30 modalities, and I work with my clients in removing their blocks, programs, interferences, bringing to them more flow in their life, joy, happiness, abundance. And you can check out my website at Marla Goldberg, and Goldberg has 2Rs.com to see how I can work with you. But that's not what I came on to talk to you about. I'm also the creator and host of Guided Spirit Conversations podcast. And our podcast goes live every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern, 11 Central. And today is not going to be any different. And I'm really excited. This is our Mother's Day episode. So to all your mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. I pray that you be honored in the way you deserve to be honored. And in this show today, in this episode, we're going to have a panel. And in the panel, we are going to be talking about the divine feminine. What is the divine feminine? We all have it, male or female. Sex is not an issue. And it talks about how the divine feminine, they're the receivers. When you're balanced, you have a balance of the masculine where you're giving, you're attaining, and the feminine receives and nurtures. It's about sexuality. There's so much that we will be talking about the divine mother, goddess energy, but for most of all, the divine feminine. And talk about how we can balance it in our life between the male and the female. I know when I really learned about the divine feminine and about the masculine energies, we did a exercise where it shows, you write down certain things, and it showed me where I was living in my masculine, which I did probably from the age of 2 until I became more balanced and brought more feminine energy into my life, which was, maybe a little bit less than 10 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, something like that. And I saw through this exercise the shift. And I knew that it was the time when my life shifted in the most incredible way. And so with my panel guests today, which are Angelica Neary and Nicole Farrow, and we're going to talk about the divine feminine, what it is. It's the most important thing is to know what it is and how to bring more feminine energy and more balance into our life. And it doesn't make a difference, once again, if you're a male or a female in gender, or if you're LGBTQ and you use him, her, they, ways of expressing who you are. There's still the need to balance the energies. And what's incredible is what you'll find is when you do balance your energies, you will find that more flow comes into your life, more happiness, more joy. And don't we all want that? I believe we do. I think that's what we're all striving for. And we were all taught that living in the masculine by overcoming, by working ourselves to pieces and not taking a break to do, go, and live in the world of conquering and achieving. But forgetting about the fact that we need to bring in that balance of receiving, of nurturing, of using more of our intuition. Those are some of the feminine energy traits. And we are going to be talking about that in about an hour. So where can you find Guided Spirit Conversations podcast? Well, if you're going to watch live, you can see it on my YouTube page, on my Facebook page of the same name, Guided Spirit Conversations. Also, I will be running live on Instagram and Twitter, as well as LinkedIn. I can't forget LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. So I invite you to tune in 1 hour at 11 o'clock Central, 12 o'clock Eastern, and you know how the rest of it goes for Pacific and Mountain Time. And if you're not able to watch live, we will be uploading the audio version on your favorite listening platform within 8 hours of this podcast. So I invite you to watch it, not to miss it. Tell your friends about it. Subscribe so you don't miss any exciting episodes coming up, because we've got some incredible guests coming down the line. So I definitely invite you to be a part of that as well. So thank you for tuning in to this message, to this announcement. And again, I'm going to invite you to check out my website at Marla Goldberg, and Goldberg has 2Rs.com, to see how I can work with you. You also can see my blogs, my other interviews, my other podcasts, and hopefully you'll find some inspiration and motivation in that website. Okay, well, I'm going to go get ready for the show. Until then, as always, I send you love, blessings, and gratitude. Know that I'm grateful that you're in my life in whatever capacity you're in it, whether it's positive or perceived not so positive, because not only am I your teacher, I'm your student. And not only are you my student, you're my teacher. And together, we exchange energy, we exchange knowledge, we exchange love, which takes me to my next point. Before I leave, I'm going to say those 3 words that I love to say and I love to extend to you. And if you've heard them already today, that's wonderful. And if you haven't, I'm going to say them to you. I love you. Yes, I love you. You are loved. You are never alone. Even though you might be in a room by yourself, you are never alone. Your high self, your guides, guardians, angels, archangels, ancestors are swarming around you, just waiting to conspire on your behalf. But here's the secret. You need to ask for what it is you need, whether it's help, support, a new job. Ask them to conspire on your behalf. Ask them for their help in your life, because they do not have the free will to just step in and help you. Only under very dire emergency circumstances do they get the ability to just intercede. So know that you need to ask. And if you ask out loud, using your voice, using your vibration, they can hear it even better. So know you're loved. Know you need to ask for your help. And you're never alone. Well, I am going to see you in approximately 50 minutes. So until then, take care.